All right, and we're live. Hello, everyone. I am Kelly Lawler. I am the event coordinator here at the ARC Arapahoe and Douglas counties. We are on the 5th day of Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month, and we decided to celebrate by shining a spotlight on some of our self-advocates. With us today, we have Andrew.
Hello.
We are just going to jump right in with asking Andrew a ton of questions, figuring out what makes him tick, and let's go. Number one, Andrew, what are your favorite hobbies?
Playing video games, hanging out with my best friends, and yeah, that's about it.
What kind of video games do you like to play?
Mostly strategy simulation games. Just be careful if you ever find me on Sid Meier's Civilization, because you're gonna get creamed.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
You hear that, everyone? Go find them. If you could win an Olympic medal for any sport, real or fake, what would you win it for?
Pretty much bocce ball. Some people call it lawn bowling, which again makes sense.
I've never heard it called that, but that does make sense. I'm not very good at bocce ball. You're gonna have to teach me a few things.
Hey, Ian and we could teach you a thing or two.
All right, we'll set it back in our place and you guys can teach me.
Yeah, once we get better.
Once we're allowed to. Number 3, if you could change your name, what would you change it to?
That's the thing. I wouldn't.
No?
Yeah, I'm pretty solid the way I am.
Andrew's a pretty good name. I probably wouldn't change that either. What do you usually eat for breakfast?
Cereal or bagel, depending on what we have at the house. But
which one's your favorite?
So far, this thing called Barbara's. It's like their spoonful variety.
I'll have to check those out. I've never tried them. What was your favorite subject in school?
That would be math. Come on, call me a number cruncher.
You like algebra?
Up to algebra 2.
I always liked.
I'm pretty good at high school algebra, but get me to high school algebra 2, and then I'm like, are you speaking French?
Yeah, I get that.
The only reason I say that is because I almost flunked.
Is that right?
I almost passed algebra 2. Seriously, it was that tough.
But you pulled it through. What color is your toothbrush? Well, that's what they're there for. What color is your toothbrush?
Black, and it's motorized.
Motorized? Do you have a hidden talent?
I can crack my thumb.
You crack your thumb?
Yeah, give me a sec. Yeah, I somehow have a second joint right there, where normally you would stop there. Mine just keeps going.
That's trippy. Do you just play with that sometimes?
Sometimes.
Would you?
And I kind of have to go based off.
Based off what?
Yeah, sorry. Not sure what's going on, but I think you're desyncing.
You think what?
Desyncing. Now, like, I would see you talking, but I don't hear what you said until about 5-6 seconds later.
I will take longer pauses to make sure we match up then.
No, I think we're matching up now. Somehow, when I got your attention, it fixed it.
Good. Well, then tell me, are you a morning person or a night person?
Morning, and the earliest I've gotten up is 3 a.m.
You just started your day at 3 a.m.?
No, I woke up. I didn't technically start till, I think, 4 or 5. I tried to lay back in bed and fall asleep again, but I can't.
What is your favorite knock-knock joke?
Well, not knock joke per se, but I do have a joke.
Let's hear it.
What's 40,000 pounds and wears glass slippers?
What?
Cinder elephant.
That's a good one. Do you want to hear a knock-knock joke?
What's up?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Little old lady.
Lowly who?
I didn't know you could yodel. You were a superhero. What would your superpower be?
The ability to jump into the internet.
What would you do with that superpower?
Well, if I could jump in and out of the internet like that, it would make it very easy to get to and from work.
That's true.
Hey, come on, I'd save on gas. I just jump into my router, bing, 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 and then jump out at work.
What other benefit would there be? Because you could also choose teleportation.
Oh, touche. But see, that's the weird thing about that. By choosing the one I did, they don't see it coming. By choosing teleportation, depending on the type of teleportation, there is maybe 5 different countermeasures. People could already plan for it if you stay standard. But if you do something new, say hop in and out of the internet, no one's done that before, so there's no counter for it. So
definitely have to come as a surprise.
It's not like you have a weakness. It's just that one hasn't been discovered yet. Getting back on it.
If you had to eat one thing every meal going forward, what would you eat?
Quesadilla, and I think the desync is back.
Hopefully it fixes itself quickly.
And it did again.
Perfect. If you won $1 million, what would you buy?
I wouldn't technically buy anything. I just set it up so that people could apply for grant money from it.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you think about it, do I want to buy something for myself or set it up so people could maybe afford to get a better education? I mean, come on, guys.
That's a very good use for that money.
Schooling, get your own stuff, pay for someone's schooling. I mean, seriously, if it was me, I'd pay for someone's school. Because really, when I'm gone, someone else is going to have to pick up the slack. And if they didn't get a college education when they could have, how are they going to pick up that slack?
That's true. What is your favorite holiday?
Christmas. Pretty much December 25th.
The 26th?
5th.
Oh. Christmas is one of my favorites too. Every holiday is my favorite holiday. What's your favorite board game?
Monopoly.
Do you have any good house rules? I just learned that the what's it called, the free parking where you put the money in the middle. That if you land on that and you get to take all of that money, that's not actually a
yeah. See, I don't usually play with the extra rules that much. I usually just play the standard game. So free parking does nothing, and you have to get all properties in a color group before you start buying houses or hotels. You know, that stuff. The only time I ever actually play with added house rules, like the free parking bit, is if I do it on, say, my Nintendo Switch or a digital game, somewhere where they actually program that in. Now, if I played like the board game itself, bog standard.
All right. What is one thing about you that surprises people?
I can remember and then subsequently say something verbatim. At least when it comes to advertisements. or movies I've watched 10, 16, maybe even 20 times.
I know you do our trivia every week. Does that give you a good leg up? Especially our
Sometimes.
advertising trivia.
Oh, yeah. But the one line that I'm pretty good with is from the original Aladdin. Not the new one with Will Smith, but the one with the OG Robin Williams.
Yeah. What's the line?
That's
Let's hear it.
what line it is.
I mean, if it's a genie line, it's got to be the 10,000 years, right?
Can give you such a click in the neck.
Pretty much anytime anyone references how long something takes, that is what pops into my head.
Hey. 3 rules about genies. 1, you can't wish for more wishes. 2, I can't make someone fall in love. 3, I can't bring someone back from the dead. I don't like doing it, man. It's not pretty. That's another one. I'm still working on that one, but I'm getting pretty good.
Sounded good to me. What is something you have done that made you extremely happy?
Getting stuck on a level and then finally beating it. I mean, seriously, there are a number of games I've played where I get stuck on the same level time and time again. And then I finally get to say, ha, beat ya, when I finally do it.
That is such a good feeling.
Yeah, hey. I'm a video gamer, well, I wouldn't say by trade, but you get the point.
Yeah. If you could become an instant expert in anything, what would you choose?
Computer repair.
Do you work on computers now?
Not for like a trade, but I am slowly relearning the craft so that I can try for the CompTIA A+ exam again and hopefully be a registered computer technician.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that test is hard.
I would imagine. Yeah. Where is your happy place? Is it with computers?
Pretty much. If I could do everything I can from this chair, I'd be happy.
So you just chill in your happy place right now.
Duh.
What a good place to be doing this. What is one chore that you hate to do?
Well, it's not that I hate the chores, it's just remembering to do them.
All right. What is one song that you have listened to a lot lately?
That would be the Polar Express song. And no, if you're expecting to see penguins, they're on the other end.
I've never seen Polar Express.
What?
Nope.
Oh. You are missing out.
I'll check it out. You know, honestly, though, it kind of just creeped me out. It just looked so creepy.
Come on. A mystical train that can go from anywhere on the planet up to the North Pole by midnight in order to have one kid get the first gift of Christmas, and it does it year after year after year with no delays, no getting late, and it always arrives there on time. And you say that's creepy? But then again, that was when they started to float the idea that Santa Claus was also recycling toys that kids no longer want, and that can get a little creepy, but the whole movie's not
about that, but it wasn't the story I meant, just the animation of it. Well, that wasn't the live action kind of, or what's it called? Where they animate over the people or something?
It's called face capturing, and no, it's not that creepy. It just depends on how they do it.
All right, I'll check the movie out.
Enough face tracking technician, someone who knows their way around the program, you could get a masterwork piece of equipment done with just 3 takes. But if you go lowballing, trying to save some money, then yeah, you might get a crappy trace of it, and then it's just gonna look off. But
All right.
Cold Express, they actually were the first movie, I believe, that actually used the technology.
I think so. I will make sure that I watch it this Christmas.
Yeah.
If you didn't have to sleep, what would you do with your extra time?
Uh, ooh, pretty much watch videos.
All right.
I mean, seriously, if I could spend a little bit more time without needing to sleep, I'd be stopping YouTube, maybe playing a video game or two.
You'd be in your happy place.
Pretty much, yes. If you ask me, but then again, you kind of are.
Yeah. What is something that makes you feel uneasy, overwhelmed, or anxious?
Let's see. Go to an event. The event doesn't go as planned, and we have to make last-minute changes, which totally throws off my mojo.
So the uncertainty of that kind of?
Yeah. Like, seriously. Once I have a plan, I like to stick with it. We deviate, I'm like, whoa. What's going on? So then it's like, let me. I know I just kind of said something about my house and crazy, but hey, I don't know Spanish that well.
It's all right. What is the last movie?
If my coworkers speak Spanish, and that's kind of why I say that sometimes. But yeah, I heard it from somewhere and it stuck. Okay.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
What is the last movie that you watched?
That would be the new Tom and Jerry movie.
Was it good?
Tom chases Jerry. Jerry finds a way to beat Tom every single time, and it's a laughing stock for the whole family.
What a good commercial.
Hey, what can I say? It's Tom and Jerry. Those guys already have their mold, their niche, their ad.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, you could not say they're friends, but they're more like frenemies. But then again, I mean, seriously, somehow, Jerry, small little mouse, is able to move a bowling ball.
It works out. If
Kelly?
you had to choose between exploring the oceans, outer space, or 50 different countries, what would you choose?
The ocean.
Yeah? Why do you choose the ocean?
Well, everyone says space is supposedly the final frontier, but come on, guys, we haven't even fully explored the Mariana Trench, the deepest trench in the ocean. You're telling me that the final frontier we gotta explore is outer space when we don't even know everything about our own planet?
That's true, and things get creepy down there.
Not really.
You don't think so?
I mean, yeah, it's like super dark, and fish are somehow able to generate their own light. Watch out for that lure fish. That thing will eat you up for dinner. I think they call it an angelfish, not a lure fish, but you get the point.
I get the point, yeah. Chocolate or caramel?
Chocolate.
Me too. Do you snore?
That's... Do I snore? Maybe. Have people say I snore? Yes.
I think it's probably safe to say you snore then.
This is coming from my best friend Kian, and it's when we were going on vacations with each other. So it might be me, might be my mom. There's no way for no for sure, because every time he has slept with me and her together, he always hears the snoring, then immediately says, Andrew, I heard you snoring last night. That could have been my mom. No, I think it's you. So, safe to say, yes, I might snore, but I just don't feel it.
All right.
And
What?
I sleep in my own room, so there's that.
Yeah. What's your favorite day of the week?
I'd say Sunday.
For any specific reason?
Uh, uh, okay. For those people who don't know, I'm 20. It's my phone again. Yeah, but that's just turn that thing on site. So ultimately, the reason I like Sunday is because that's when most of the TV shows in Japan air the episodes, and then usually by Monday or Tuesday, we get fan subs being uploaded online, which allows me to watch them. The big ones being Super Sentai and Kamen Rider.
Those are good ones.
Yeah. And the reason why I like those shows is, I guess, because I'm 25% Japanese.
And that's a perfect lead into the next question of what is your favorite TV show to binge watch?
At the current moment, the current Kamen Rider series, which is called Saber. And yes, they mean saber than a sword. It's kind of a cross between storybook stories like Hansel and Gretel. It's like everything from animals to storybooks to fantasy, and it's like there's this guy, he's a novelist, but somehow he's able to unlock the power behind a mythical sword of flames, and supposedly there's this secret organization that's been protecting everyone from evil. There's this group of guys who want to create book, a library of stories, and supposedly there's this like big compendium that if you gain access to that book, you practically become God. So
Sounds
now it's a race between good and evil, and you TV show binge watching Kamen Rider Saber.
I can see why you like it. If you had a time machine, where would you travel to?
Ugh, that would be a good question. Ugh. Maybe back to 2007. Eighth grade school year, I kind of made some bad choices, and I really hoped that I could. That kind of goes back to the whole if there's one thing you could go back in time and fix, that would be it. To tell my younger self not to do something.
It's a good
Because
way to use
really,
the time
that's
machine.
the biggest mistake of my life.
All right. It's a good answer.
Mm-hmm.
What is one thing that annoys you the most?
Hmm. One thing that annoys me the most, I'd say getting pulled around like a rag doll.
I could understand that being annoying.
Then try being best friends with Ian. Every single time someone asks for volunteer help, he immediately says, Andrew and I could do it. He doesn't even talk with me first. Just immediately says that.
Do you usually have fun with the volunteering though?
Given time, yes. But the fact I get pulled around with it, it's like seriously. There are people who want me on watch, people who want me online. Kian wanting me to go to social events. My mom. And sister. I'm being pulled in like that's at least 4 different directions.
I can
That
definitely
makes
understand that being annoying.
mm-hmm.
What do you first notice when you meet someone?
I would say manualisms.
Is there something that stands out to you?
Well, when I first meet someone, the instant thing I notice is what words they use.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Everyone, for some strange and innate reason, sometimes have this word or a phrase that they use. Sometimes it's shook, sometimes it's darling, sometimes it's another word entirely. And they somehow use it as a pet name, which blanket covers everyone they don't know. And they've even used it with me a few times, and I've been working with them for 2 years now. So, yeah.
All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how cool are you?
I'd say a 6, but
But what?
it also depends on who you ask. I mean, since
Who
you're
are asking
asking
you?
me, I'd say 6. But some people might say less, some people might say more. It just depends on how I've interacted with them over the last few weeks,
Yeah.
days, years, months, whatever.
Coolness is kind of a subjective thing.
Uh-huh.
All right, final question. What do you think people should know about you?
I think I kind of already said that 6 months back, right before the binge question.
Mm-hmm. Do you think
Pretty
we've
much,
covered it?
if there's one thing you need to take away from me, it's, well, kind of two things. One, I'm 25% Japanese. And two, I'm pretty much the funniest guy you will ever meet.
It's a great thing for people to know about you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that ends our interview. Thank
Nice.
you so much for being our first one out, and thank you everyone who is watching. We're going to be doing this every week, so join us next week for our next interview, and we will see you then. Bye.
Bye-bye.